Thank you for tuning into this Coach's Corner. I'm Brook Keisler, and I'm here with Athletic Director, Mr. Randy Warrick. Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
All right, to get started, you came to USC Aiken as a baseball coach, is that correct?
I did. That was a long time ago.
What made you change to Athletic Director?
Well, to be honest with you, we were in the transition of going from NAIA to NCAA, and at that time the Chancellor gave me the opportunity of either staying as a baseball coach or going into administration full-time. And I had coached baseball for about 10 years and decided that wanted to try administration, and so that's the decision I made.
And you're in your 27th year here at USC Aiken, so what are some of your fondest memories from coaching to now?
I'm in my 37th year at USC Aiken.
37th year?
37th year at USC Aiken.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I've been here a long time. Some of my fondest memories in the 37 years, is that what the question was?
Yeah, from coaching to now.
From coaching to now, obviously I think taking a team to the NAIA World Series would certainly be one coaching highlight. Also that year, having Roberto Hernandez as a #1 draft pick, that was something that goes along with going to the World Series. That is something that I'll always remember. Another highlight was certainly having this building built. We had talked about it for a long time, but having seen the Convocation Center from start to finish, and then actually move in it, that was something that I think benefited not only the athletic department but the entire university. What it's brought our community, a place that we can have events, as well as something that I think is a showcase for the athletic department. Is certainly another highlight for me and the university.
What is the biggest change you've seen here as athletic director?
Well, probably in the terms of athletics, one of the biggest changes has been we've gone from a campus that when I first got here, we had no housing for student athletes. And it was really tough trying to recruit student athletes and then trying to find a place for them to stay, somewhere in the community. And it was difficult trying to, talk to parents and student athletes and, trying to convince them that, you're going to be able to find them a place to stay, but not really be able to show them where. And now I think that with our university housing, we have some of the finest housing that you can find anywhere on a college campus. And to me, that's one of the big changes that we've had.
Definitely. The housing is really nice here.
Yes, it is super nice.
I lived in it for 4 years and it's wonderful. So you were fortunate enough to see your son Trip play baseball. What was that like for you as a parent?
I think it's like any parent that watches their child play. You're nervous, but you're excited for them, for the opportunity, for them to have an opportunity to play. It was, really a treat for me for him to be able to play. And as you know, he graduated and moved on, and now he's in pharmacy school up at USC Columbia.
It's wonderful. And so here at USC Aiken, we don't have a very high turnover rate in our athletic department compared to other universities in our region. What would you attribute that to?
Well, I think there's a number of factors. I think number one, USC Aiken is such a great place to work. Like I said, I've been here 37 years. The community is a great place to be. When you look at the community and you look at USC Aiken, there's not a whole lot more that you could want. I think the people here are genuinely friendly. Our faculty and staff are a great group of people to work with, and it's we're blessed with good facilities here on campus. We play in a very good league. The Peach Belt Conference is probably one of the top 2 or 3 conferences in the country in Division II. And so from an athletic perspective, You know, you've got the facilities, you've got a great school to recruit to. You know, there's not a whole lot more that you could want in an athletic setting.
Definitely. And we're halfway through now with the 2013-2014 academic year. What are your feelings on the performances of our athletic teams so far?
Well, you know, as an athletic director, I think that you look at a lot of different aspects. You know, certainly you want your teams to win, but I think, you know, equally as important, you want your teams to represent the institution well from a sportsmanship standpoint, which I think that our teams do a very good job in. You know, we want our student athletes to be just what the word says, students and athletes, and we're always very proud of the academic performance of our student athletes. Year in and year out, we consistently perform at a very high rate with our graduation rates, and our grade point averages always around 2.9 as a department. And you know, and I think that those things speak very highly, you know, for our athletic department. You know, certainly, you know, you want to win games, and we, I think, do a very good, you know, very good job of that. Last year we had 7 teams that went to the NCAA postseason play. We had 3 teams that won Peach Belt Conference championships. You know, so far this year that has not happened, but you know, men's basketball is off to a good start. You know, our spring sports are coming up, which traditionally have been very strong for us. Volleyball had a real good run at the end of their season and played for the Peach Belt Tournament Championship. So, you know, we're excited about, you know, what we've done thus far. Basketball season is just getting into the meat of their conference play, and so there's a lot of conference games to go there. And the men and women's teams will, you know, before it's over with, I think they'll both have good years, and then we got the spring sports ahead of us.
Definitely. Now, have there been any thoughts of adding any more athletic teams to our university roster?
Well, I think that we think about that and we talk about that almost on a yearly basis. We look at what other schools in the Peach Belt are doing as far as adding other sports. But the other thing that you have to do as well is, you know, is look at the financial aspects of, you know, how much, you know, money it would cost to add another sport. So you have to try to balance, you know, can you add another sport versus, you know, what the positive aspects would be with adding another sport. And so it's something that we look at, and I think that, you know, when the time is right and we can afford it, that, you know, we would certainly look at, you know, at adding another sport or two.
So hopefully in the future maybe we can tack on a few more.
I think, you know, we certainly will.
Wonderful. So while at USC Aiken you have been head baseball coach, you have been an assistant basketball coach and the acting golf coach. So if you could pick any sport and coach for one night, one game, which one would it be and why?
Gosh, that's a tough question. One sport, one night.
Coach the game.
Coach the game. I don't know. I would say basketball game against Georgia Regents University, because that's such a high rivalry game. I'd love to be in the middle of that excitement and feel what that's about.
That'd be wonderful. So that's your dream. That's your dream game.
That would be my dream game at this point, I think.
Wonderful. So after Friday's basketball game, we don't have any more home games until January 4th. Do you have some big plans for your holidays?
My plans are to stay at home, get some rest and relaxation, do a few things around the house, and get ready for a busy January, February, March, and April, and May.
Yes, finish out that school year.
That's right.
Well, thank you so much for being with us, Mr. Randy. I'm Brook Keisler. Join us again next time for Coach's Corner.